maybe this is the place where I spend the most time. And of course, if you like music, you also need to have a setup in your environment where you are most likely to sit. In the daytime, I work here. Surprise for the new sound. But also in the evening when I want to relax, when I want to enjoy myself. I also enjoy working, but I also enjoy doing different kind of things. Then I'm going to listen to music or I play a little game. And in that case, I think the most important thing is to have a good and flexible amplifier. And that is what we are going to talk today about the new K15, which we already had a pre-order period for, and they were immensely popular. And that's probably thanks to the bigger brother, the K15, which just won the HiFi award for best headphone amplifier. And FiiO thought, okay, well, we already have a bestseller, but we also want to make it accessible for a different kind of budget. And I think this budget is precisely the sweet spot for headphone enthusiasts, but maybe also for studio monitors, etc. And that is what we are going to talk about today. So maybe a short summary what the K15 is. It is a headphone amplifier and a DAC / actually also a streamer source. With streaming it does AirPlay 2 and it does room. So that can be very beneficial for guys that has a NAS, and probably you also have it close to your computer, so you can also stream it directly on the K15. I don't have a NAS, I'm not an old guy, so I do it via USB, and I think that will also be the user case that most people will use it, because let's be honest, the sound card of your PC, however, even if you have a very good PC, it's shite. And if you want a decent headphone for music or gaming, you needed a decent amplifier. So I use it in two different kind of modes, and I think a lot of people maybe will. I use it as a pre-amplifier for my speakers. So how does that work, right? I have the USB-C connected at the back, so all the data on my computer goes into the amp. If I do it on the pre-out mode, so it has a very handy switch. It has 4 different kind of modes. It has a PO plus pre, which is a power amplifier and pre-amplifier. Then you have PO. PO will be that it will only drive your headphones which are connected to it. Then you have pre, which means pre-amplifier, and then you can still use the volume, for example, on the K15. So you don't need to use the volume on your speakers, which is also very handy. So if you want everything centered, which I want to use it, then you use it in that way. Or you have line out. It means it will bypass the volume control of your K15, so it will always be on 100%, and then you can adjust the volume on your speakers or whatever. So it depends how you want to use it. I mostly use it on PO with my headphones, or on pre-amplifier, so I can use the volume also with the hand remote. Because people are lazy. I'm even right in front of it, but maybe in the night time when I want to relax in my gaming chair, right, then I sit like this. Well, I cannot reach it, and we are lazy, and I don't want to get up because I don't have apps. Then I use it with the volume control. So in that case I can also do it, but maybe more importantly, the volume control is very handy if you want to use EQ. and that's also maybe what I want to talk about, because in stereo EQ is not very typical, and most of the audiophiles are saying, no, don't use it, it's not natural. Who cares, right? And especially with headphones, it's all personal. In that case, don't do it via the app on your phone, because one, it's a little bit buggy and it's a lot of extra work. You can go to the desktop app of FiiO on the internet, and then you have to switch the USB connection to the RS52 connection on the back. In that way you can connect your device on the FiiO control app on your desktop, and that allows you with plenty of options, because you can also load in or download graphs of the headphone you have, so the measurements, and based on that you can adjust the curve in your liking. Then of course you're going to save it on a profile, switch the USB back on your K15, and then you can switch in different kind of modes. And then the remote is very handy, because you cannot switch it manually on the K15, which is maybe a down point. So I would have liked to see a really easy physical way to switch it, but then you can do the remote and then you can adjust it. So for example, I have now the FT7, which is, to be honest, a beautiful looking headphone of FiiO, the newest one. I connected with the XLR on the front. The K15 has maximum of 3 watts, so 3000 milliwatts, which is plenty for any headphone, to be honest. And then you can still adjust it also with the different kind of gains from low to ultra high. So if you have a really maybe 300 ohm headphone that is really hard to drive, set it in ultra current and you have plenty of volume. It will almost be impossible that you cannot get enough volume out of your headphone. Maybe you are deaf, or you have what you say in Dutch, poep in your oren. Maybe go see a doctor, but it will be plenty. But also the current change is also for me very handy, because maybe most of the time I will actually listen to IEMs, and that is for gaming. We made a separate video also about that, why IEMs for gaming are the best solution in my opinion. But the beneficial side of IEMs, you don't need a lot of power. So only to drive IEMs, maybe the K15 is overkill, but in my case I have a planar open back, but also speakers and also this, then it's perfect, and then it's very versatile. Make sure that you switch the current to low, or if you have some high ends, to medium, or else you will blow up your face on ultra high, and you can actually damage your IEMs, but maybe more importantly also your ears, right? Because it has a lot of power. So yeah, I think with this overview you can already see in some kind of situation it can be very versatile. And then I haven't even talked about that you can also integrate it in a real stereo system as a DAC, for example, because it has a high-end DAC, an AKM chip built in, one of the highest series. So it will be also a huge upgrade in a traditional stereo setup as a DAC, as a source, which we have talked about. And then you can still plug your headphones into it. So my case, on a desktop, on a stereo. So it's very versatile. I think that's the reason the K17 is and was very successful. But also now for 600 euros, Yeah, 600 euros in 2 different colors. I don't think there are a lot of amps that can compete with FiiO, and FiiO is already doing crazy good in every price segment, and with the K15 they also want to cover the mid-fi section, which I think they did successfully, and this one is not going to be removed from my setup, so this will stay. I am very happy with it, and I think you also will be very happy with it.